brought in part by the PK Cunt Card Academy. If you don't know shit, you better click on it. Check the description below for more information. Hey guys, sponsored content here with a crazy video. Ho, we're growing up. We got sponsors now. Man, what a time to be alive here. I'm gonna show you guys a card trick. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a hot card trick. So this one, we give the deck to the spectator and go, hey, so do you know how to shuffle cards? You know how to shuffle a deck of cards? Okay, well, I think that I can make a little bit of a prediction based on that. Hopefully it'll make more sense in a little bit. But do me a favor, cut the deck in half and give the deck a nice little shuffle. So the spectator gives the deck a little bit of one of these memes. And you go, you know what? I'm going crazy. I'll let you do it again. So the spectator goes and shuffles the deck again. They shuffle the deck again, which is just crazy for any magic trick. Because usually, I don't know if you know this, but they're not allowed to shuffle because the deck is like heavily set up. So you say, okay, so sir, you shuffle the cards. Why don't we do this? Start dealing the cards, and whichever is the first court card we come to, that's the card we'll work with. So of course the spectator runs through the cards. Oh, that was quick. All right, so the first court card happens to be the King of Clubs. Let's see, one more. Let's see if we could get to another one, and it would have been the Jack of Diamonds. That's interesting. But instead, you managed to shuffle. So the King of Clubs was the nearest court card, which is interesting because in my pocket, there's a little bit of a prediction. You see that? It's a coffee filter. And if we open the coffee filter, there's actually a packet, hot sauce packet by Taco Bell. But on the back, there's a little bit of a message. And on the back of the packet, it says, other pocket. Because in this pocket, I have a post-it note that says the King of Clubs. That's the prediction. Oh, hey there. So you want to know how it's done? Well, you better subscribe, because if not, then I'll just die of irrelevancy, right? Eventually, you're just going to stop seeing my videos more and more, and you're not going to learn these crazy hot card tricks. So here's the setup, because you do need a little bit of a setup for this trick. First of all, you need a deck, which I have right here, and second of all, you need a prediction, right? In this case, a prediction is going to be a court card, whichever court card you want. I've chosen the King of Clubs because I believe in diversity. I believe in diversity. So that prediction goes in your pocket. Next, you need a setup with the deck. Now, this trick is based on Mind Mirror from Expert Card Technique. Mind Mirror has it that you use a certain selection of cards as a key card, so that while you shuffle the deck, you're able to determine a whole bunch of stuff based on the shuffle that the spectator made. It's a very interesting trick. However, it does breed me to this concept of having a packet of cards shuffled and the packet does not change order. However, all you really need for this is the King of Clubs. So what you do is that you get the court cards, which is all the court cards, and you put them on top of the King of Clubs, and then you put this situation on top of the deck. These other court cards are just here, so they don't pick them. That's going to be the hot secret of the magic shuffle trick. So the King of Clubs is going to be your force card. That card's going to be on top of the deck. And you're going to pick a spectator that knows how to riffle shuffle a deck. Why? Because the mechanics of this trick relies on 2 riffle shuffles. If you pick a spectator that overhand shuffles the cards, you're fucked. If you pick a spectator that Hindu shuffles the cards, you are double fucked. So you better pick a spectator that knows how to riffle shuffle a deck. And if you don't, then you could do a little bit of a Rosetta shuffle, a little bit of a Leonard Green Rosetta shuffle. But for this, hopefully you would have picked a spectator that knows how to riffle shuffle, or you tell him, hey, can you shuffle cards like this? Why? Because we'll keep those cards face up for the sake of explanation here. But if you notice, King of Clubs is on top of the deck. That goes on top of the deck itself. When we riffle shuffle this half, it doesn't matter how the spectators riffle shuffle. That King of Clubs is still going to be the top card of this pile over here. So even if the order changes, the King of Clubs is still going to be the closest court card in proximity. You see that? So if the spectator shuffles a second time, it's the same deal. The only thing that's changed is that now there's a couple more cards on top of that king. But if you notice, they're never going to be other court cards because you've put that under the king. You see the ingenuity here? Oh boy. So the rest of the cards here are going to be underneath the king, and they're not going to be picked because you tell the spectator that you're only looking out for the first court card that the spectator has managed to shuffle near the top. And of course, they're going to think, wow, this is a random process, but really, it's the original one that you had on top of the deck. Now, you can only do this with 2 riffle shuffles if the spectator decides to do a third one. Because the cards are being more distributed among the deck, what's going to happen is that they're inevitably going to shuffle another court card on top of that king and ruin your prediction. So now, guess what? All you got to tell the spectators, hey, sir, why don't you deal to the first court card? Well, let's see what the first court card is. And the spectator deals the cards. And, of course, they deal through all these cards, which could have been random selections. And the first court card happens to be the king of clubs, which, guess what, matches the prediction that you have in your pocket. Oh, boy. And if you want, you could say, look, had you stopped or had you shuffled a little bit different, it would have been a different card. But either way, you stopped on this card itself. Oh boy. So that's the trick. That's really it. When it comes to this one, there's a lot of ideas that could be done with this particular principle. And I know magicians have explored this concept in many different ways, but I just like the idea of having a spectator shuffle the deck and very cleanly having a card that they could predict or you could predict ahead of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure to leave a comment below as to your favorite brand of coffee filter. Oh, man, I'm going to go figure out different ways to ingest Kool-Aid. Regular Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid.
When I see you again, 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 when I see you again.